Welcome to Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. It's been just over a week since the historic heart of Fayetteville was forever changed as a devastating fire tore through downtown, reducing 4-century-old buildings to ash. We still don't know what caused the fire, but the true toll is being measured in more than just brick and mortar. 5 businesses are gone. For the owners, this has been a week of shock, assessment, and searching for answers in the rubble. Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell spoke with one of the business owners today.
I lost 12 years of hard work in a couple hours. Everything, I was left with nothing as a business.
Those 12 years were spent on runways in New York, Mexico City, and Paris. But for international designer Juan Guerrero, downtown Fayetteville was home. He operated his studio inside Mercantile on Market, owned by his partner Lance Bonin. Today, the vibrant fabrics and hand-stitched collections are buried beneath brick and ash.
I was very close to just give up and say, like, okay, maybe this is a sign. Maybe it's time for me to, change the route. But when I start getting all this love, from my community, that is what is, keeping me standing.
Guerrero isn't the only one feeling that weight. Main Street Association Executive Director Amy Bird says 5 businesses in total were lost in the 4 collapsed buildings. She says the relationships over the last several years are what will sustain the block through the coming months.
We've been with these buildings through grand openings, through moves, through anniversaries, and we'll continue to be with them through their rebuilding.
What once was yellow tape is now a metal fence that is securing the perimeter of the site of the fire, and now city leaders are going to have to work to determine what is next. Bird says it will be a while before a plan is made as businesses are still working with insurance and other variables. In Fayetteville, Logan Alexandra Russell, Fox 54 News.
Main Street Association is still taking donations on their website. All money raised goes directly to the business owners. For more information, go to fox54.com. 1 year ago, an EF1 tornado tore through downtown Tuscumbia and the surrounding area, leaving behind widespread damage. You could see aerial view of it. Trees, power lines were down, traffic signals out, and businesses suffered roofing and window damage. Residents and first responders worked together to clear streets, while temporary warming stations opened for those without power. The cleanup sent about 14 million pounds of tree debris to the local landfill, with more than 7 million pounds coming from Tuscumbia alone. But a year later today, quite different type of weather. Pretty blue sky. From earlier today, you see a little cloud to the right side of your screen. It felt like a early spring, if you will, maybe a later spring, because it was warm. I'm joined now by Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, faux spring has taken over the Tennessee Valley. How much longer can we expect the warmer temps to stick around?
Yeah, it's at least going to stick around for a couple of more days. And you're right, it did feel like it was more mid to late spring across the Tennessee Valley, with temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 60s this afternoon. Felt a little bit more like mid to late March. Live look out over the Parkway this evening. Quiet night southbound on Memorial Parkway. Maybe a few clouds. Those are obviously rather difficult to see when it gets dark outside. 62 degrees in Fayetteville, 60 in Coleman, 60 in Athens, 61 degrees right now over in Florence. Holding on to the lower 60s over in northeast Alabama as well. 63 in Scottsboro, 61 degrees right now in Fort Payne. Through the rest of the evening, temperatures gradually fall off into the 50s, 58 at 7, 56 by 8, 54 at 9, 53 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. With a little more cloud cover anticipated as we head into the overnight, temperatures are going to stay somewhat warm. We maintain that warmth over the next few days, but the warmth does eventually come to a stop. We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
The search for a shooter underway after a deadly shooting on I-65 in Giles County killed 1 man and injured a woman. Deputies say they responded to a crash around 11:30 p.m. last night. When deputies arrived, they say they determined that the crash happened after Svensson Simius was fatally shot from another car. A passenger in the car, Elda Simius, was also shot and is in stable condition. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Giles County Sheriff's Office at 931-363-3505. A Madison man now in custody, accused of sexually abusing children in his care. Huntsville police responded last Wednesday to report on Bank Street. Investigators say they found evidence of inappropriate contact involving 39-year-old Hazen Crampton, pictured here, and multiple children. He was arrested the next day and charged with 2 counts of sexual abuse of a child under 12 and 1 count of sodomy. He's held in the Madison County Jail on a $10,000 bond. A police chase and crash Friday night led to the arrest of a Huntsville man. Huntsville police say that just before 10 p.m. along Holmes Avenue and Appleby Street, an officer saw a car driving erratically. The officer said they attempted to pull the car over, but the driver, Suleiman Akbar, refused to stop. During the chase, Akbar hit 2 HPD patrol cars before hitting a trailer in a parking lot, authorities say. He faces multiple charges, including attempting to elude an officer and driving under the influence. We've also learned a motorcyclist was airlifted to Huntsville Hospital Saturday after their motorcycle collided with the car. Decatur police say officers were patrolling near Central Parkway and 8th Street Southwest. They say when they came across a wreck at that intersection, the driver of the car was identified as Francisco Felipe, who was charged with driving under the influence and assault. He was booked into the Morgan County Jail on a $5,000 bond. A Huntsville home was hit by gunfire earlier this morning, we've learned. Police say the shooting happened just before 3 a.m. in the 2500 block of Roland Road. Authorities say preliminary information shows the shooting happened during a gathering at the home and that it was an isolated incident. No injuries were reported. The Morgan County Courthouse is temporarily closed for electrical renovations that are expected to last up to 4 weeks. Officials began relocating offices last week. Several services, including the Sheriff's Office, Veterans Affairs, court hearings, and the District Attorney's Office, will operate from temporary sites in Decatur and Hartselle. The Aaliyah Driver's License Office will also close, requiring residents to visit neighboring counties for IDs and licenses. For a full list of where these offices are temporarily located, go to FOX54.com. Decatur City Council unanimously approved several projects today aimed at improving traffic safety, youth services, and recreation across the city. The council approved a professional service agreement for the design and engineering work along the Beltline corridor. The new facility for Decatur Youth Services was also approved. A contract with Deckard Technologies was approved to roll out new short-term rental tracking software. The system will use data analytics to help enforce local regulations. Other actions include funding for the Spirit of America fireworks, a new kayak launch at Point Mallard, and updates to the golf course to help community programming and outdoor recreation. Huntsville City Council gave its approval to work with AlDOT to expand the Greenway network. The projects include a new phase of Miller Branch Greenway and West Huntsville with a new 1.6-mile segment. While in South Huntsville, a new multi-use path alongside Bailey Cove Road from 4 Mile Post to Weatherly Road will be added to help connect the Greenway while also improving pedestrian safety at intersections. For Huntsville's long-term planner, Dennis Madsen, these projects are just a piece of the puzzle to help connect the Rocket City.
When we did the big picture comprehensive plan almost 10 years ago, one of the things we heard from people over and over again was we love the greenways. We want you to build more of them. We want more connectivity. We want to be able to navigate more of our community by the greenways. And so not only do we have these 2 projects coming online, but I think folks are familiar with the Sky Bridge piece that actually will link the Low Mill neighborhood to downtown, the North Huntsville Greenway, which will link basically downtown all the way up to Alabama A&M. And you can't do those links all at once.
Timelines for both projects are still in the works as the city works with AlDOT on planning.
So we're adding beds there to be able to take more nursing students in the Huntsville area.
Alabama in dire need of more nurses. A look at the crisis and how tech schools and colleges are stepping in to help fill that gap. And in the race to space, SpaceX with a major launch of satellites. Details on this mission up ahead. In the race to space, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 rocket into orbit from Cape Canaveral. Take a listen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engines full power. And liftoff. Go SpaceX. Go Starlink.
Go SpaceX, go Starlink. On board the rocket were 29 Starlink broadband satellites, which are now headed for low Earth orbit. About an hour after liftoff, SpaceX confirmed all satellites were successfully deployed. This mission comes just as a few days after the company launched a crewed flight to the ISS. Today's flight marks the 14th SpaceX Starlink mission of the year. NASA is pressing ahead with a key milestone for its Artemis II mission. The agency is targeting Thursday for a full wet dress rehearsal after replacing a filter that restricted liquid hydrogen flow during an earlier fueling test. Teams will load super cold propellant into the Space Launch System rocket, run a full countdown, and practice scrub procedures. The simulated launch window opens at 7:30 p.m. NASA says March 6th is the earliest possible launch date. You can watch the dress rehearsal right here live on Fox 54 Plus. Over the past 3 days, teachers from around the Tennessee Valley got the chance to visit the U.S. Space and Rocket Center for free. And during their time at the museum, the center also hosts workshops for teachers to help bring unique science lessons to the classroom during their visits. Director of Museum Education Joseph Vick told Fox 54 that the resources that the museum offers for educators doesn't stop at just the museum.
With that includes contacting us for outreach, so you can come see us all that you want to explore our museum, but we can also come to you with our educational outreach programs where you can go on our website and request one of those and get the info for us to come see you. We also have all kinds of resources that we've shared through NASA programs, through other commercial partnership programs with NASA, and our own resources like Science Never Stops.
It certainly doesn't. Science doesn't stop. Interesting class. Well, Alabama is now in a crisis, having trouble hiring more nurses as part of a nursing shortage. A 2023 study saying almost 40,000 nurses are now leaving the workforce faster than new ones can take the reins. But local schools such as technical schools, community colleges, and public universities are working with medical providers in a statewide push to get more people on the job, something they say will help everyone in the medical field.
We are expanding our Huntsville campus, so we're adding beds there to be able to take more nursing students in the Huntsville area. That is a very large area. We are adding simulation programs, so we're expanding our SIMS programs to better train nurses. We're always looking to expand what's the newest and greatest.
Calhoun also offering accelerated coursework for associate's degrees, high-tech training, and programs for high school students. Alabama health officials are reporting a significant jump in respiratory illnesses this month. Let's put the season in motion. And as this timeline plays out, as you see on your screen, you'll see a brief improvement for Alabama in January, but one that was short-lived. The newest figures put the Yellowhammer State back in the red with very high flu activity. As we reported last week, one local school district, Madison County Schools, kept students home on Friday, hoping that, plus the holiday weekend, would help folks get healthy. Officials remind us to wash our hands frequently, avoid close contact with sick people, and stay home if you're feeling unwell. Mardi Gras tomorrow, a big cultural celebration planned on the campus of UNA. We have those details ahead. And Jordan, are we looking at warmer weather this evening?
Yeah, we most definitely are. Temperatures currently sitting in the upper 50s and lower 60s across the Tennessee Valley. Not only are we talking about it this evening, but for the next few days as well. We'll discuss in just a couple of minutes.
Lunar New Year celebrations kick off tomorrow as the Year of the Horse begins. Billions of people worldwide will join the 15-day Spring Festival. It's widely considered the most important event of the year in China and Chinese communities around the world. Celebrations vary depending on the country or region, but there are a few common traditions. Some of them include a big dinner with family, cash gifts and red packets for kids, and deep cleaning the home to get rid of bad luck from the past year. The horse is one of 12 Chinese zodiac signs represented by animals in the Lunar New Year calendar cycle.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
Today, one of my favorite days thus far this year because of just the the beautiful sunshine, the warm weather. It was like this throughout all of the Tennessee
Oh, no,
Valley,
it was
right?
a beautiful day. You'd be
Yeah.
hard pressed to find anywhere where it wasn't beautiful. Now, are you a spring cleaning fan?
Spring clean, I clean all the time.
Oh, but you don't go like I know some people will go like clean the baseboards during the spring. Are you one of those, or do you happily admit to regularly cleaning your baseboards?
I regularly clean my baseboards.
I am so proud of you.
Yes, I clean everything. It's just, I don't know if it's the OCD in me, but I like to keep a clean space, a clean home.
I'm very proud of you because I will happily admit that we do not regularly clean the baseboards. Now, since acquiring a four-legged friend, the baseboards get cleaned more regularly than they used to, but not as regularly as they should, especially considering the fact that the four-legged friend, yeah, turns out Lab's shed. Didn't know that before getting him. 68 was the high temperature today at the Huntsville International Airport. 69 was the high in Fayetteville. 68 in Coleman. We saw 68 in Florence. 68, 69 were very popular numbers this afternoon. We even saw 68 for our friends over in Fort Payne. Live look out over the Parkway this evening. Beautiful evening. We're looking southbound on Memorial Parkway. It's a really nice warm evening if you'd like to spend a little bit of time outside. Most of us are still sitting in the lower 60s. The only folks that have fallen into the upper 50s would be our friends in Pulaski, sitting at 59 degrees. Otherwise 60 in Arab, 60 in Coleman, 61 degrees right now in Decatur. Now we are gradually all going to fall into the mid and upper 50s as we head into the later part of the evening, early into the overnight, but I would also anticipate a slight increase in the amount of cloud cover across the Tennessee Valley, and that's going to keep us warm. Temperatures only dropping into the mid and upper 40s. There is no way you are going to need the heat tonight because I've got a low temperature right around 47 degrees. Beautiful weather for the kids at the bus stop tomorrow morning. Great for you as you head out the door for work. 50 at 7, 52 at 8, 56 by 9 o'clock in the morning. Already 60 degrees by the time we get to 10 a.m. To put this into a little bit of perspective, the average high temperature for this time of year, right around 57 or 58 degrees. We'll be talking about those numbers for low temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah, we're talking about low temperatures in the mid and upper 50s. Now all good things must come to an end, and by the time we get to the weekend, our low temperatures are going to begin to drop off to something that looks more like reality when it comes to mid and late February. In the meantime, enjoy the above average temperature, 69 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Definitely not going to be cold. Upper 60s, lower 70s. As we head into your Wednesday. Now, of course, the entire forecast can't be all good news. We are talking about opportunities for rain, which, if you think about it, could be a little bit of good news because we're a bit behind as far as mid-February is concerned, so we could use some rain. A light shower might be possible on Wednesday and Thursday. Better opportunities for rain build into the Tennessee Valley as we head into Friday and Saturday. Maybe you notice an increase in cloud cover as we head into the Tuesday morning commute. You'll begin to notice it a little more through the course of Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. Now, that's not to say that the entire day is going to come with an overcast sky. We still get to enjoy a little bit of sunshine, but you are going to notice a marked increase in the amount of cloud cover. And you're really going to begin to notice it as we head into Wednesday morning and then through the course of Wednesday afternoon. Futurecast tries to bring in a rogue light shower to southern middle Tennessee as we head into the evening. Most of us are going to be just fine. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 69 on Tuesday, 70 degrees on Wednesday. Thursday, going to be the warmest day of the forecast period. Got a high temperature right around 76 degrees. Now, we do begin to see temperatures slide off Friday through Monday of next week. 70 degrees on Friday, and then 60, 55 Saturday, Sunday, 50 degrees by the time we get to next Monday. Don't forget Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll be able to shop for your severe weather essentials tax-free in the state of Alabama.
It's Black History Month, and Fox 54 is highlighting significant moments throughout February. In 1908, a deadly race riot in Springfield became a turning point in Black history. Outrage over anti-Black violence pushed a group of white reformers joined by leaders like W.E.B. Du Bois and Ida B. Wells Barnett to call for action. On February 12, 1909, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People was founded. The organization set out to secure the rights guaranteed by the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. Its national office opened in New York City in 1910. Notable members of the NAACP include Thurgood Marshall, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Medgar Evers. Currently, there are 2,200 NAACP chapters with somewhere around 2 million members. Fox 54 has an entire Black History Month special full of stories of Black excellence. It's airing again tonight at 10 p.m. if you missed the 5 o'clock, and it'll be available to watch anytime on Fox 54 Plus. Download on your TV, watch for free.
The Alabama Crimson Tide are back in the AP Top 25 poll. Find out where the Tide landed next in sports.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Since their embarrassing loss at Florida a few weeks ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide men's basketball team has been on a roll, winning 4 straight. Not only have they received immediate attention from the SEC, but also from the Associated Press. Nate Oates' team returning to the AP Top 25 poll today for the first time in 3 weeks, checking in at number 25. Coach Oates telling the media recently what has worked out best for his team during this 4-game win streak.
I thought for the most part we've taken care of the ball, moved it a lot better than we did against them. Defensively, we've had better intensity, but again, it's hard to be great on defense when you turn it over as much as we did against Florida. So we've given our defense a chance to be solid by not turning the ball over these last 4 games and not get, we ended up points off turnovers. We ended up tied tonight, 12-12. Well, not great, but certainly a lot better than the Florida game.
Up next for Alabama is the top 25 battle with Arkansas. The Razorbacks just handed Auburn a stern loss in Fayetteville on Saturday. Tip-off on Wednesday from the Coleman Coliseum is set for 6 p.m. See it live on ESPN. And we got some big news for one of our schools in our viewing area. After pleading with the Alabama High School Athletic Association about enrollment, Scottsboro High School was officially reclassified to Class 4A in all sports starting next season. Due to a miscalculation and incorrect submissions, Scottsboro was going to be one of the smallest 5A schools next season. However, the change will put them in 4A. That does for sports on Fox 54. I'm Mo Carter.
Coming up tonight at 9, it's been a week since fires destroyed a historic part of Fayetteville's downtown area, and Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell takes us there to see how business owners are recovering. It's been more than 2 weeks in the search for Nancy Guthrie. We'll tell you about the new DNA evidence recovered near her Tucson home and what investigators say could happen next. Alabama faces a growing nursing crisis. We'll tell you how local schools and medical providers are teaming up in a statewide effort to fill the gap. We'll have all these stories and more for you tonight at 9. Before we let you go, the luck of the Irish is hitting the Golden Arches. St. Patrick's Day season means the return of the Shamrock Shake. The minty green fan favorite set to hit McDonald's restaurants tomorrow. It's been a staple this time of year since 1970. Wow. Also returning is the Oreo Shamrock McFlurry, which debuted back in 2020. Mickey D's hasn't said how long it will serve the desserts, but St. Patty's Day is March 17th, so they're unlikely to hang around much after that. I don't think I've ever tried a Shamrock Shake, but I can't believe it's that time of the year already.
You should go get yourself a Shamrock Shake, and then as long as we're trying fast food green dairy treats, take yourself over to Arby's. I believe they still have the Andes Mint Shake, which is slightly better than the Shamrock Shake.
Okay, so they roll it out around St. Patty's Day?
Yes, they do. And as a practicing Catholic, I can tell you that there is no better meal this time of year than a good Filet-O-Fish sandwich and a Shamrock Shake.
Well, you need to be a spokesperson for them.
I mean, listen, you know what? I'm just saying. One last look at the next 7 days. 69 on Tuesday, 70 degrees on Wednesday. Warmest day of the week is going to be Thursday. Got a high of 76.
All right, we'll see you tonight at 9. Have a good one.